Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Out here at the range, beautiful Sunday morning. I talked to one of the guys that runs the range here. They also own first round ammunition up in Cape Coral, and he asked me if I would be able to film in slow-mo some of their new hollow point rounds. So the company is First Round Ammunition, and they have this 132. 132, I never even heard of 132. I've heard of obviously 115 and 124 and 147. And then the lighter ones, 90, the Lehigh Defense, the Civil Defense is like 68, I think. This is 132. It's 6 pedals. It's all copper. Is it any good? Well, we're going to find out. This is that round. You can see the pedals. You can see the hollow point. 132 rounds. This is going to be pretty interesting. We're going to put some rounds through the chronograph. He gave me this radar to use, and I just can't figure it out. So we're going to use my old chronograph, Old Faithful, one of the bent uprights, and we'll get some speeds with 5 rounds. I've got 6 rounds total because that's all I said I needed. Let's see if we can make this happen. Let's load up the chronograph. So since this is a self-defense round, we're going to be using the P320 X Compact. This is the non-RXP version. This is my concealed carry. We're going to put 5 rounds through the chronograph. The last couple times I used this chronograph, it does hook up to my phone pretty well with the Bluetooth, and I could screen record, but it was just off with the timing. So I'm just going to call out the speeds. 147 grain is usually less than 1,000, and then 115, 124 grain is usually around 1,100, maybe a little bit faster. So I am expecting speeds of around 1025 to 1050. $10.73, $10.08, $10.61, $10.31, $10.65. So I have to say that the speeds are right around 1050. We had 2 below and 3 above, but we had one real low one at 1008. So I'd say the average was probably around 1050. Not bad. So hey, guess what? We're gonna load up the gel and see what these do. All right, we've got the gel set up. It's a new block. It's not mine. It was provided by First Round Ammunition. Got a camera there, gonna record from the side. Got the GoPro set up for the slow-mo. Let's give it a shot. Nice hit right in the center. Let's see what it did. Nice hit right in the center. Oh. It couldn't be any more perfect. Just to show you how sometimes these things play themselves out, that's how it wound up. It looks like a sheriff's badge, 6 points, oh so perfect. Let's go from the other side because the sun, you can see that projectile in there. I'd say it got about 8 inches of penetration. It looks to be about 2/3 of the way down, maybe 9, but that is nice expansion. Let's pull that projectile out. There is the projectile, beautiful expansion, very uniform. It has It didn't mash down, like, you know, it didn't lose its vertical height overall. It maintained a lot of the body, which is probably why it stopped. And it had those serrations or indentations where it was supposed to fold, and it did exactly that. This is one amazing round, and it's pretty flat. I mean, there's no wobble, so that's how uniform it expanded. Beautiful round. We got this fancy new camera, and I just realized I can zoom in quite a bit. It might be a little shaky, but you can see on the pedals how it folded on those indentation lines, those serrations, or whatever you want to call them. Where it was supposed to fold, that's where it folded, and that is some good engineering right there. Back at the house, recap time. So I learned a bunch about these rounds after the fact. I called Scott, owner of First Round Ammunition, after my range session and got some more information on the rounds. I was texting him during my testing, but he wasn't there. I was kind of handed the rounds in bags. So what I got was 3 bags of 6 rounds apiece, so 18 rounds total. I got, they were all 132 grain, but I got a bag of 6 with 3.2 grains of powder, a bag of 3.5 grains of powder, and a bag of 3.8 grains of powder. So this is still in the alpha beta testing. I don't think it had ever been run through the gel or through a chronograph. That's why he gave me the different weights or the different amount of gunpowder in there. And I'm really honored to be able to do that sort of alpha beta testing here on the channel. And I asked him if it was okay to make a video about it, and he said absolutely. Just mention that it's still in the testing phase, and final product should be out once we get the, I'm not involved in this anyway whatsoever, but once they get the right mix of powder or the right amount of powder, then they'll be able to start doing some more testing and then put it out on the market. So when I got the bags, I didn't really know what the powder weights were, the grains. So I picked up the 3.5 grains of powder round first, and I ran those through the chronograph, and that's what you got in your 1050 feet per second. So that was 3.5 grains. Okay, little story time. And the 6th round, the last round that I had, it was an off-center shot, and it just turned and went out of the gel. So I'm out of rounds now, and I did that 7th round into the gel. That was what you saw. Okay, that was from the 3.2 bag, so 3.2 grains of powder. And why does that make a difference? Well, after the fact, I ran off camera the rest of the 3.2 grains through the chronograph, and those wound up being 850, 875, probably around 875 feet per second. So that one was traveling 200 feet per second slower than the 3.5 grains of powder. And Scott says he wants to be around 950-ish feet per second. So the 3.5, too fast, 3.2, too slow. Got to meet in the middle, and that's what we had a nice conversation with on the phone on the way home from the range. We were figuring maybe 3.35 grains or 3.4 grains. So he's going to do some more figuring out, and I don't know if he's going to test them or if he'll ask me to do it. I don't know, either way. But anyway, the penetration, the gel shot that you saw was with a 3.2 grains of powder. So that was traveling a lot slower than the ones I put through the chronograph. So 8 inches of penetration, might have been a little bit more with the faster speeds. I don't know, probably. Will it have folded over more with the faster speed? Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna have to try and get back to this one once we have more of a finalized product. But it's really cool to be involved with some alpha beta testing of a projectile, of a new round that will hit the market, because that round is very, very well engineered. You saw the diameter. I wish I brought my my calipers to measure how wide it got, because it is way wider than these two 9mm Spear Gold Dot and Federal HSTs.
mean, maybe even double the size. I mean, it was incredible. And I left the round at the range so that they can play with it there and see their product. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. And I'd gotten a comment a couple of weeks ago about a shot that I took and I blamed it on the wind, and somebody said, just own it. Don't BS us. So, you know, whatever. The round hit the side of the gel and went out. It happens. I'm not perfect. I never claim to be perfect. I'm having fun on this channel. I learn so much through the comments, through just doing wrong. I mean, it's not wrong, but you know, I learn a lot. So thank you to everybody that makes comments in the comment section. Thanks to John. He always sends me emails about my my videos and whatnot, and I learned a great deal from him, and I just want to try and be better. So that's going to do it for this one. We're going to be back with some more testing in the future. I really enjoyed doing this one, and if this round really does turn out to be pretty good, we're going to have to put it up against some of those heavy hitters, the Spear Gold Dot and the SIG V Crown and the Federal HST. So stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video.